YouTube family, what's good with y'all, man? As you can see, I'm in my own spot, you know, and it feels very, very good. Like every single time I come in here, I get a peace of mind. Um, but today, we're gonna be talking about the 1 year challenge, pretty much. And don't worry, I'll give y'all a whole updated video on, the whole crib once everything is all set up. Well, anyways, we gotta have some type of goal in life. We gotta challenge ourselves. And that is simply what I did, what I started last year. This is how I got to this point. And I know it might not be crazy for, some people, but for me, getting my very own spot by myself, it's a big accomplishment. It's something that I've been wanting to do for years now. Like, this is like a risk for me, you know what I'm saying? I really, really took a risk and took a chance on myself because I believe that I deserve it, worked hard to get to this point. But basically, how it happened was I focused more on building myself up. I had to work with what I had and figure out what I needed to do to get to this point. So my new 1 year challenge, right? The following year, right? 1 year from now is going to be streaming, right? That's going to be my goal. And everybody has their own goals, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you got to figure out. What is it that you want in life? What is it that you're missing? Whether it be a peace of mind, whatever it is, because, life is not free, you gotta work for what you want. So, yeah, now, the thing that's going to help, right, is you gotta have one of these, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have one of these. There are several ways that you could hold yourself accountable, but definitely documenting it, right, is a great way to start. That's something that I wouldn't say I did last year, which is something that I want to implement, But it's a great way to remind yourself that, hey, I'm on a mission right now. What is it that I got to do? Have yourself a little checklist of the daily things that you have to do to get from point A to B, because there's steps to this, right? There's steps to what you want to do, what you want to accomplish in a year. And the crazy part about it is a lot can happen in just a year. But you gotta understand that it's up to you, And a big factor, right, to your challenge will be having the right people around you. You're gonna have to learn to let go of certain people that don't serve you any purpose in life, But it first starts with you. You gotta be happy with yourself first. You gotta be okay with going through this alone, because the reality is it's all on your hands, Like, we can talk about it every single day, just like me and my bros at work, we be talking about it every single day, but you have to put into action, you have to put into work behind closed doors, outside of work, because how can I really believe you if all we're doing is just talking, and there's no progress? Like, you gotta show the proof that, hey, this is what I want, and this is what we're working towards, You gotta have people who are just as hungry as you, And the great part about having proof is that that type of energy bounces off, you know what I'm saying? It reflects, you know what I'm saying? You show your peoples, you know, how you doing, what's been going on, guess what? That only motivates them and inspire them to go hard on what they got going on, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like just have the right environment. That's also the biggest reason why I wanted to get my own spot because, you know, for me, at least when I was living with my people, it was cool, but I didn't feel like myself. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't give 100% energy, right? If you don't feel like yourself in your own environment. So I had to change it. I had to make a change in my life so I could start to really, you know, go even harder in what I want to do. So yeah, that's my challenge. You know, I need y'all to also challenge ourselves to do whatever it is that you want to do, and just trust me, everything's going to work out. Like, you know, I didn't have to chase it. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta chase it. It's just if you're doing the right thing, right, and you're steady just getting rid of, you know, bad habits, just anything that's just not serving any purpose, you're good. You're good. Like, just, you know, allow the universe to just handle everything else, right? If you're doing what you're supposed to do, right, you'll always end up at the end of the tunnel. Now, I will say this, there's going to be challenging times. You're going to deal with temptations, you know, because that's just what it comes with. You know, you get rid of certain habits and you know, it's hard when you've been doing it for a while and you just want to go cold turkey with it, you know what I'm saying? You just don't want to do it anymore, which is great. That's when you got to figure out, like, all right, what can I do to get my mind off of this right now? You know? And the biggest thing is, you're gonna mess up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make bad decisions. But the biggest thing is, you don't give up on yourself. That's the biggest thing, right? You don't give up on what you believe in. Because throughout last year, I've made plenty of mistakes that has set me back, you know? But my thing was, I didn't stop believing. I didn't stop believing what I wanted to do. So I kept on going, you know? I just shook back, you know? We're gonna have times where you fold. You know, that's just what comes with life. We're not perfect, you know? We learn from our imperfections. You feel me? So just understand that, you know, even if you got set back a month, you know, don't let it prolong though. You know, realize that, hey, I'm messing up right now, right? I'm slacking. I gotta pick it back up, you know. I done gave my energy to the wrong people. Now it's time for me to what? Reset, right? That's another big thing that you're gonna have to go through throughout your journey is resetting, right? Because not every day is going to be the perfect day. You know, a day that where you're just energized, motivated, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, those are the best days for you to go and get it, right? Because it shows that you want it, no matter what. No matter how hard it goes, right? You just keep on going. And you're also gonna go through, right, a lot of times where you feel like there's no progress, right? No progression. And you're gonna think to yourself, like, am I doing something wrong? Right? Am I not enough? But just understand, you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? You're cooking, right? It takes time for you to get there, right? Just don't give up. That's all. Know what you want and do what you have to do, right? Stay consistent. And don't worry about what other people got to say about it, you know. Keep it low key, right? Nobody has to know, just you. And then when you pop out, right? When you get in the scene, they're gonna be like, dang, twin, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And you're just gonna be like, I had to put in the work, you know? That's all it is. Like, I put in the work and I'm here now, you know? So, yeah, man, I need y'all to join this journey with me. I feel like I'm really enjoying streaming, but it's definitely gonna be uncomfortable at first, but it's something I wanted to do, so I'm gonna make it happen, you know? Have to, right? What's the point of living if you're not focused on your purpose, right? If you're not challenging yourself, if every single day is just the same thing, right? And you're just not going anywhere, right? So don't surround yourself with, you know what I'm saying, them type of people where it's like they don't really want anything in life. Like, that's not going to motivate you to do anything. But yeah, I'm not gonna really keep y'all here for too much longer. I just want to say I appreciate everybody, really. But for the ones that have been very, very consistent with me, telling me to keep on going, I really do this for y'all, man. You know, I really appreciate all the support. You know, this is only the beginning, y'all. I'm telling you, man. Like, just watch. You know, just watch. Everything's finna go crazy. Like, we really finna go up. But I need y'all to stick with me, and I need y'all to, you know what I'm saying, get to it every single day. I promise. Just trust the process, you know, and hold yourself accountable. You feel me? But anyways, updated video on the whole crib coming real soon. This is still new to me. Like, I'm trying to get into the whole long form video thing, but you know, it's hard to really come up with ideas for real, because I just like to ramble and just talk. But you know, if it helps, it helps. You know what I'm saying? Motivates people, then that's all that really matters to me. But yeah, we gonna be trying some new stuff for sure. But yeah, stay tuned. Come vibe with me on the stream. I probably will have a second channel for my people that missed the lives, and you probably want to see it. But yeah, just continue to support me, and yeah, we going up.